What's going on, all you model train lovers out there? This is Rail Chief, and welcome back to Layout Update Part 12. As always, my name is Mike, and we have a really great show for you all today. Now, I know I promised you guys that I would share some model making secrets and layout tips for you guys, and so that's what we're going to be focusing on in today's layout update. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll get on with the show. So I figured the best way to start this layout update video is to continue on to something, or to show you guys something that I've talked about in one of my previous videos. And that, of course, is this beautiful original 145 Lionel Gateman. Now, I already did an unboxing / review video on the 145, so in case you guys want to go check that out, I'll make sure to leave a link down in the description below. But in that video, I also showed the Gateman in operation, and some people have noticed that I've been running it with and without the light bulb on inside. And it's actually very simple on how I did this. So if we go ahead and remove this little ramp I have here next to the train station, we can see the wiring connection is actually pretty simple. And without going into too much detail, I've numbered the wires so that way it makes it easier for you guys to understand how this works. So if we remove the roof on top of the Gateman here, we can see that the first terminal is connected to the wire to the outside rail of the insulated track section here on the layout. Terminal number 2 is connected to the green wire, which comes out, goes underneath the table, and is connected to the first terminal here on the lock-on on the powered section of track here. And then number 3 is connected to the right terminal here, or if you're looking towards the other side, it's the left terminal. But this wire here is connected to the second terminal here, which goes through the roof, down into the building, under the table, and is connected to this little flip switch on the side of the train layout. And this actually gives me the option to turn on or off the light bulb inside of the Gateman. So that way I don't have to run the Gateman constantly with the light bulb on inside. And if you're a collector of original Lionel post-war and you have a 145 in your collection, make sure to add this switch to your Gateman, because you don't want to run your trains at full speed and therefore melting the inside of the plastic building with the light bulb on. Now on the second layout here, towards the far end of the train room, we are actually in the oil field section where the stop block signal is. Now I've moved that signal over to the other side of the track here, and I installed a 148 reproduction Lionel dwarf signal to the side here. The number is 6-12883, and this signal does what the stop block signal should have done in the first place. And the last time I did a review on the stop block signal here in my last layout update, I mentioned that the lights don't really go on properly. They both go on at the same time while the train is stopped, while in reality, the red light should go on once the train is moving around the layout, and then once the train stops, that light should change to red. Well, I take that back. The light should be green when the train is moving, and then the red light should go on once the train stops in the insulated block section. So in order to rectify that situation, I installed the dwarf signal here, and I attached the 2 red wires to the inside of the insulated track. And then the 2 white wires are connected to both the outer rail as well as the inner rail on the power sections of the layout here. So technically speaking, this signal does what the stop block signal should have done in the first place. So once the train is moving around the layout, the light changes to green, but once the train stops at the insulated block section here, the light will change to red, and we'll constantly keep doing the same thing over and over again, depending on how many times you run the train around the layout here. Over here at the far end of the layout, we can see that the dog show, which I have on display here, is shaping up pretty nicely. I also added a little stage to the scene here with a little billboard attached to it, and it's made out of your basic, simple, crafty materials, including popsicle sticks, some little wooden dowels, and a thin sheet of cardboard attached to the billboard. And with a little bit of paint and some decorating, this stage is going to look really nice once it's all done. Okay, so last but not least, the last area of the layout that I want to share with you guys is the oil field here. Now, there isn't really a whole lot going on when it comes to this part of the layout, but I did add an additional telltale pole to the oil field on the left side, as you see. And I also added an additional wire to the tracks here because the trains that I run have a tendency to slow down just a little too much while they're running through the passenger station. So that additional wire helps them to keep going through the track or keep running through the layout without having a tendency to slow down whatsoever. Now, not only does the additional wire help the trains run a lot better through the loop here, but it also does help the 3424 Brakeman car to work better. And this car requires a lot of power and electricity in order for the accessory to work properly. So that's all the time that we have for today. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And please don't forget to hit the notification bell down below for any other projects that I upload. And make sure to keep an eye out for some more layout updates in the near future. But until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks again, and take care.